America, children of God. Not because they have never made mistakes, but because they were born of a burning belief. That man can be free, can stand up, can build a better world with his hands, with his will, with his unyielding desire. America is not just land. It is not just flags. It is not just soldiers. It is not just dollars. America is a collective soul, born in the blood, in the tears, in the cold night prayers of immigrants who left everything behind to find a promised land. They believed that God would guide them, and so they crossed oceans, pitched tents in the wilderness, and wrote the first lines of the greatest declaration of all. All men are created equal. They enslaved black people. They dropped atomic bombs on foreign lands. They turned a deaf ear to the cries of their own victims. But they were the ones who broke the silence, who sent millions of people into the streets, who cried out to the government, to history, and to God. We were wrong, but we will not give up, because freedom to them is not a gift. It is a faith. Americans love freedom like a mother loves her child. They can fight for it, die for it, and protect it with all they have left. A writer can write an article criticizing the president, a transgender person can run for office, an undocumented immigrant child can become a NASA engineer. That is America. A place where you don't have to be born in the right place. You just have to believe strongly enough in your dream. And perhaps that is why they are God's children, not because God favors them more than anyone else, but because they always fight to be worthy of that title. They fall, but they get up. They are blind, but they see the light. They are angry, but they forgive. They are full of cracks, but from those cracks, light shines. A people with a mission to be reborn, a people who weep for themselves, but never allow themselves to fall, a people whose new generation carries within it the question, are we still worthy of greatness? And it is that question, never definitively answered, that has kept America standing before the century in the midst of storms, on the border between brokenness and hope. God does not choose those who are perfect. God chooses those who dare to change. And perhaps, in a broken world, America remains the only place that dares to look in the mirror and ask, can we start over? The answer, as always, is not in speeches, not in the halls of Congress. It is in the eyes of the immigrant mother holding her child on the bus across the border. It is in the whisper of the old veteran placing his hand on his heart when the national anthem is played. It is in every vote, every voice, every small but resilient hope. That is America, a wound not yet healed, but never unhealed. God's children, not out of holiness, but because they are constantly searching for light in their own darkness.